The ocean-dwelling Nothosaur gradually transformed its legs into fins and emerged as the plesiosaur. Nothosaurs swam clumsily, using their legs like paddles. Plesiosaurs could swim quite fast, flapping first their front, then rear fins. During the age of dinosaurs, the skies were ruled by pterosaurs, which had evolved from land dinosaurs. Eudimorphodon was discovered in an upper Triassic soil stratum in Italy and is believed to be the oldest form of pterosaur. Paleontologists think it dove into the water to catch fish and may have been able to glide across the surface like a duck. Coelophysis was a slim, nimble carnivore with hollow bones. Fossil remains of this dinosaur have been found in both North and South America, with small bones of the same species inside. This caused some to think that it may have eaten almost anything that moved, including its own young.
Welcome to Mascot Friday, everyone. I hope you're all prepared for this week's stream. Wow, so you were calling for gore over there in the chat, and boy, you got it. I like how in the same scene there's like, hey, this dinosaur can swim pretty well. This dinosaur dives into the water. Scroll over a little bit. This dinosaur probably ate its young.
I like how happy she was. It ate anything, even its children.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Delightful. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hope you're all doing well on this Friday. Hope you're all doing well and at least not eating your own young.
Don't eat your own young, folks.
If you're not doing that, you're probably doing pretty well. As are we. Happy to report no younglings have been eaten. We are just here to deliver the show you want to see. So this is Mascot Friday, where we rank the mascots. And this week, people voted, and they made their voices heard through their votes. They said, we want to see Bonk's Adventure, Bravoman, and Pac-Land.
Thank you for those choices, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, Impossible, Tailspin, those were also among the possible games you could have voted for, and you didn't. Thank you. To the people who did, I'm watching you.
Oh, they're all in chat. They had a big discussion over what Impossible's political positions would be, so.
Is he Labour or Tory?
Most people, I think, are saying he'd be Labour.
Okay.
But some are like, was he for or against the miners' strike? So you can all flesh that out. We're just dumb Americans. We can't do shit.
I'm going to ask Impossible about his policies.
Don't. Well, maybe. Alright, so
if you didn't see one of our streams from this week, we now have a Turbo Duo, or rather a PC Engine Duo, which is pretty much an equivalent, and we have an EverDrive. So that means unlimited PC Engine games, all you can eat. Just shovel them in my mouth.
God, finally. They're Hue Card Buffet.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we'll start off with Pac-Land. This is one of the earlier TG16 games. In fact, every game on this week's poll was either 90 or 91. I wanted to, again, focus on the early period of the TurboGrafx 16.
Cool.
Again, so that when we bring the system back, it'll blow your socks off. It's still a promise. I haven't forgotten that.
Socks will be just... Your socks are just dead.
Mm-hmm.
They're dead.
You better buy some new ones. Alright, so... This week's stream is going to be interesting, because the first two games are actually arcade ports. We can consider these arcade platformers. They're both by Namco, both reported to the TG16, and we get to play them here.
Just making sure the audio's good. Alright, I think I'm gonna...
Alright, this game has both button control and lever control. You probably want lever control, so hit select. Yeah, there you go.
And then press start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the original arcade version of this had no joystick. You controlled it just through pushing a series of buttons. There was a walk left button, a walk right button, and a jump button. And this version emulates that optionally, but it also has a D-pad control mode.
This is a really good version of Pac-Land. Ah, crap.
Brrrt, Pac said. You gonna chase after that guy?
Hey, 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 hey!
Hey, you cut me off!
Hey, shit.
Boogaloo, we might have 4 games, depending on how these things go. These first couple of games are pretty basic. Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, don't die.
Can't even wander your own town without getting killed.
I'm in sleep, I got him.
So this may be a milestone. Let's discuss this. Pac-Land, the first platformer.
Mm-hmm.
Actually true. This came out in arcades in '83, long before Mario or Sonic the Hedgehog or Crash Bandicoot.
You couldn't think of more older platformers?
No, this game definitely predates Crash Bandicoot. I'm pretty sure of that. You can argue if you want, but you'll be wrong.
I don't know. What about the Vectrix edition?
You may have just owned me there. I don't know if there's a Vectrix edition.
You know, Fairchild Channel loves Crash Bandicoot.
We gotta get a Vectrix one of these days.
Yes.
Cover Spike.
Yes. I actually just wanted Vectrix because it's beautiful. But yeah, you're right. This is one of the first mascot, if not the mascot platform.
The very first. I can't think of any others. There's some borderliners that came before this, like a game called Hunchback, which was a European arcade game. That one kind of had platforming elements. You started a new life and you instantly ended the level. You died right at the end.
That's so good. Yes, this is a rendition of the Pac-Man animated TV series, and as Electric Boogaloo notes, it is by Hoyt Curtin. If you're a big fan of cartoons, you may recognize him from a lot of Hanna-Barbera work, including Johnny Quest and all those really, really nice old jazz sound cues you'd find in Hanna-Barbera. Yeah.
Yeah, this version here, you need to...
Take a bath.
Take a bath, idiot. You need to mash the jump button after you jump in the air in order to make him float. There you go.
Yeah, some of these controls are a little unintuitive compared to, you know...
Yeah, that's
current game.
That's owed to its origins, given the fact this
freaky.
game didn't even use a D-pad or joystick originally.
Well, I returned the fairy.
You made it to Fairyland. And now you have super shoes, which means you can jump and never stop jumping.
So I can play it like I play Kirby.
Exactly, turns into Kirby. Yeah, so after you finish a few levels, the game makes you go back. You actually have to retrace your steps. But what it does is it makes the levels a little bit more difficult, because now you can jump infinitely.
I don't want to stop playing. I want to play one.
Keep playing.
Okay, good.
I got a lot to say about this game.
Okay, good. Talk a lot about this game while I...
Now, I don't know if the TurboGrafx port did or if the arcade port did, but one version of Pac-Land was changed for a North American release, where they made him look a little bit more like he did in the Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Actually, come to think of it, that was probably the arcade game, because that's when it was relevant. Yeah, this TurboGrafx version was released in '91, long after the cartoon, so I don't think they cared by that point. I also like how the trip back home is kind of abbreviated. Like, you see familiar elements, but it skips a lot of it.
And I did the whole trip!
You did!
Holy crap!
And new to this version are full-screen cutscenes, so check this out.
Oh, cool.
Or maybe not just yet.
That's okay, I'll do another trip.
Cutscenes are for closers.
Alright, come on, Pac-Man, we can do this.
That was something Namco did a lot with their arcade ports for PC Engine, like Wonder Momo got a few new cutscenes. Otherwise, these were pretty much straightforward ports, which was kind of
ghosts!
Which was kind of still a big deal because these games were very popular, and the hardware at the time didn't really give a lot of room for ports. Like, for instance, sometime check out the Famicom version of Pac-Land, and you'll see just how far it is from this version. It's like the PC Engine was just powerful enough to render these really accurate ports of these ancient Namco games.
Take me to church.
Which maybe didn't play so big in the States, but in Japan, again, it was a big deal. You better go to church, Pac-Man. And yeah, Elfbutt, there's just something about this game, isn't there? It has kind of a charm to it.
Oh, God.
Oh, barely.
Yeah. No, no, no!
It's a mixture of the extremely basic flat-shaded graphics and the soundtrack, I think.
It is.
They really give it...
No! No! No!
Wow!
I'm a...
Pro play from Alex.
Well, I should play Fortnite or something.
You should.
Oh my god.
Go ride a missile into Drake.
I'm not getting a missile into anyone, I promise.
You think Drake would want to play Pac-Land?
Yes.
Does he play any 2D games?
He should play Pac-Land. Drake, play Pac-Land. Oh, shit.
My new stereotype is millennials only play 3D games.
That's a...
Like, they just can't see these games. Like Alex can't see those platforms.
Like I can't. Okay.
Oh yeah, Yodel, there was a Lynx version of this, wasn't there? I guess that one looked kind of like the arcade game. Though again, the resolution wouldn't have been all that great.
Okay, so some of these platforms you definitely cannot jump through. And some you can.
Mm-hmm.
And that's indicated by... Oh, God.
A lot of time you need to get a running start to your jumps as well. I don't know if this version requires you to hit the D-pad left twice or right twice to get full speed, but that's what the original arcade one did. Oh.
I'm cool. I'm cool. I can do it.
You're good. You can do it.
What's this? I want this item. Whatever.
Wow. Nice.
I went right into the water. Well, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to do it, but Danny is a pro at
Alright, here we go. You're going to finish Pac-Land. Probably not.
Here's how a true gamer plays Pac-Land.
And if you're familiar with the Smash Brothers version of Pac-Man, it's pretty much based on this one. You can see all the fire hydrants and other stuff he uses in Smash Brothers. He was my favorite character in the new Smash Brothers because he was so annoying.
He was really dumb. It was really funny.
Like, what am I gonna do? Well, I'm gonna fly up and drop a fire hydrant on your head.
Well, someone's gotta.
Or fall in the ocean if I'm playing the game itself. Okay, it looks like this game auto-runs, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of weird getting used to the arcade one.
He's a little slippery, isn't he?
He's a little bit slippery, this guy. Can't get your hands on the pack. Can I make this? Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean about some platforms you can jump through.
And some are like ledges some are like walls, and if you jump against it, you'll just like, there you go. Dang,
I did it.
I should have kept going.
You're almost at Fairyland.
Yeah.
Alright, so what's the consensus on this game? Have any of y'all played it? Have you played the original arcade version? That's what I'd be interested to hear. Because that one's a little bit different from other platformers that came after. It's just, it plays slightly differently. It feels like after Mario came out, Super Mario Brothers, every platformer just kind of adapted a lot of the same elements.
Mm-hmm. I remember I like it. I mean, I know it doesn't count because I'm not the audience, but I enjoy it.
It's pretty simple, but I like it. I enjoy this game.
Yeah, I forget who you mentioned, Chad. You said, but it really does have a charm to it that's kind of. It does feel very cartoony in a way that's just really charming. Yeah, this is much better than the Famicom version.
Oh yeah, that version had a tiny Pac-Man. There he is. Look at him.
Aww. Love this.
Yeah, I think this is the version they modified to look more like the cartoon because he has a shorter nose. The Japanese one, he's got this giant nose.
Got a Tengu-ass nose there.
Kinda does. Shit! I thought I'd be clever and hit the turbo switch, but... No,
yeah, Chad says, Citricola says, I'm digging the look.
It's very nice and clean. Reminds me a little bit of Namco's own Wagon Land.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Holy shit, that's Pac-Man. That's a
I was
skull.
eaten by a skull!
Eh.
What is this, Magical Dinosaur Tour?
Blab says Pac-Land is historical, but not very good. I can see that. It is definitely historical. I like it.
It has been surpassed by later games.
Mm-hmm.
And for being the first, it's kind of amazing that it actually turned out still pretty fun. Oh, man. And hey, this version has continues. That's important. I'll keep playing this.
Yes.
I enjoy this.
We enjoy this game.
Sometimes we enjoy these games here we play on Mascot Friday. It's not often. Some people try to vote in Impossible. He does not represent the majority, people.
He is just anti-impossible today.
I'm gonna run against him.
Don't! Well, okay, maybe. What are your positions?
No moles.
Okay, fair, fair.
Only masters. I don't know. Hey, he'd be a better governor than Texas governor, wouldn't he?
Oh!
Some expert comedic delivery on my part there.
Oh, me too.
Oh, impossible, but governor. It's because I'm playing Pac-Land, alright? I gotta focus. Yeah, he controls accurate to the arcade game, which is to say he's a little slippery and unpredictable. And personally, I'm used to just being able to edge over my characters just a little bit, while him, you like tap the direction and he just takes off.
Yeah, he does not stop. Once he starts, he's really going.
Boy, yeah, see? Slip right off.
Krungo says, I remember seeing this game in a bowling alley. And not being able to figure out how to play.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No joystick. What do you do?
I really love the aesthetic of this game.
Yeah, you don't see many games that really embrace that big, flat color aesthetic.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Wagon Land is the only one I can really think of.
Guess it was a Namco thing.
Wow, Blab.
Worse than Bubsy?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I think this game's own historical impact outweighs anything Bubsy did. We have to recognize that at least.
Alright, Trial Radio Network has something. Looks like you've got something to say, so I didn't present like that, but I can't say this is mechanically the world's best platformer, but it's solid. I'm into the content tourist school of playing video games. This is a fun romp through a pleasant world.
It is.
And you don't see many spaces this inviting at this point in history, and that's very true. There's something very inviting about the look of Pac-Land, you say as you die, that just kind of, that I just find super duper appealing.
Yeah, but stuff like the city level, for instance, it looks like an actual built-out environment. When games were struggling for any kind of detail. I guess that's why it's so detailed. They didn't bother adding much detail, but what is here is recognizable, and it stands out. This game gets pretty tough. I don't think I've ever played up to round 12. Gotta get back home.
I don't like that they're tossing their children at you.
Better than eating them.
Yeah. Oh, I found Bubsy very visually appealing, Blab. Don't worry.
In terms of visual appeal, which is better, this or Bubsy?
Oh, look, it's night now.
Hey, nighttime.
God, how many fucking fairies you gotta rescue?
I'm pretty sure there's more than 30 levels in this game.
Oh my god, damn.
I'm not going to be able to finish this. But I'll try and finish this round at least.
I don't think it's ghost turds, Krungo, because ghost turds don't usually have eyes on them, but I could be wrong. Maybe these are like 80s style ghost turds, I don't know.
Yeah, the Hanna-Barbera turd character.
Yeah,
Everyone
Turdy.
loved him.
Turd Man, Turdy the Bear, yeah, they had their own show, Turd Town.
Turdy the Bear in Turd Town.
Beautiful. Yeah, weird name, but beautiful Isao Takamoto design.
I hear it was an early Ghibli. Oh, this level's different.
What is this?
Clearly I've not played enough Pac-Land.
Oh, these got doors.
Yeah. Alright, I wonder if the Ghost Witch is in this version. She was a character introduced for the Pac-Man cartoon. And she later showed up in Pac-Man 2 of all things.
Which I love, by the way. There's a key over there.
Really?
To the...
Yeah, there you go. What's this key and door bullshit? Is this Super Pac-Man? Is this any video game? Oh shit!
Hey, is anybody over here? Okay, bye. You're running out of time.
Whoa. Slick. Still not gonna make it.
No.
Oh god! God, no! Please! Go away! Go away!
They're gunning for you!
Oh no. Alright, there is a hurry up ghost, I guess. You can't just take your time here in Pac-Land.
Do these ghosts have ponytails? Yes. Let's just say yes. They have rat tails, technically.
Rat tails. Well, it is the 80s.
Hey, you made it out.
I did. I made it to church. Also, secret tip, if you notice at the end of every level, Pac-Man's hat floats off his head. If you soft reset while that happens, he won't have a hat when you restart the game.
You got pulled into your watery death.
And that's another tip right there. That's a unique death for Pac-Man. If you want to get 100%, you gotta get killed by everything. That's actually what you have to do in Pac-Man 2. The game has a percentage counter.
Oh my god.
Man, I'm sad Pac-Man 2 isn't a platformer.
God, me too. We've streamed it before, but I want to stream it again sometime.
Oh yeah. I like how I'm not getting stuck in this game or frustrated. It feels like everything you can get on your first or second try, if you have even a base level of familiarity with platformers.
Yeah, you saw how I actually was able to beat like a level, so...
Yeah. Even Alex can play.
Cool Coyote says the Church of Latter-day Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm. That's his faith.
I love how happy he is. When he lets the fairy out, he just jumps back like, yeah, fairy!
Mm-hmm. I did it! I'm fine. I'm cool. Also a lot of opportunities for bonuses in this game. You see all these fruit that start to pop up. If you collect them in a row, you get a combo bonus, and eventually thousands of points. I ain't gonna go for that.
No.
Also lots of hidden stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff in this game that you can secretly push over, and what that does is it reveals these hidden icons that give you a shit ton of points. So it has kind of a Tower of Jiraga element to it. I guess that was a thing for Namco back in that period. Oh, please. Oh, come on, people. Let me through. Gotta see my wife.
I forgot who said in chat, but that baby is 100% 1-800, are you slapping?
Slap, 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 slap.
Okay, that ghost needs to not do that.
Ghost's always peeking on Pac-Man. Then again, Pac-Man has a picture of him eating ghosts, so...
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a little strange pack. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play out this credit and then move on.
That's good.
But look how much progress we've made in just a few minutes. I have played a good amount of Pac-Land. I ain't gonna make this.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That was incredible.
All those jumps are just engineered so that you can barely make it. Mm-hmm. Whoa! I should have hit that thing back there.
Right into the ghost.
Yep. Oh, man. This may be where my credit ends. Oh, Pac-Land.
They're all on your ass! Leave my husband Pac-Man alone. Oh,
I did it.
watch out!
The ghosts will suck you up and eat you. It's terrible.
It's so awful.
I hear Pac-Man invented vor. Not to restart the conversation. Not like it pops up every week against our own will.
Cool Coyote! Go to church!
Go to the Church of Pac.
They just said, does Pac-Man have an ass?
I don't think this Pac-Man has an ass. Alright, round 18. That's a decent amount of Pac-Land, I think. Yeah, I like it. This kind of would have been a weird release for the TurboGrafx in 1990, given that all the other systems, and by all the other systems, I mean the Genesis, were all like, look at all these great graphics. Meanwhile, the TurboGrafx is like, look at this game from 1983.
Danny, can I say something extremely cursed?
Sure.
Well, technically, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, Jonah wasn't, the whale didn't swallow Jonah on its own. God made the whale swallow Jonah, so technically, God invented vor.
And Jonah liked it, and that's why humans like vor. Anyway, with that knowledge, now cursing everyone watching this stream.
We're gonna get struck by lightning and hit by every single tornado for the next, probably 12 years here.
Sounds good. Let's move on to Bravoman.
Ooh.
Now this game, I'm a little curious about. I don't know much about it at all. I know it was an arcade game. I know the arcade game never had a US release, but this game did. So, Alex, why don't you assume the role of Bravoman?
I was just told no, so that's good. I deserve that.
Jesus Unvorus. Bravoman, it's stage 1. That's Dr. Bomb, by the way. And yeah, this guy talks a lot.
A lot.
I'm your friend from Planet Alpha.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you should do that. Yeah, so Bravoman is kind of like Inspector Gadget, or Captain Stretchman from Fantastic Four. What's his name?
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic, aka Captain Stretchman.
No, it should be Captain... Reed Richards works too, but I'm gonna call him Captain Stretchman.
So yeah, you got these attacks that can span all the way across the screen. You got kicks, you got punches. Sometimes you can even use your head, I think.
I like that animation of him stabbing me.
Mm-hmm. I think that's supposed to be a test tube, actually, but it does look like a knife. Also, a lot of Japanese in this game that they didn't bother translating. Both the items you pick up and the background stuff.
See, I'm forming a word.
You are. What's that one on the right? Stop? No, it has that extra thing on top. It was a valiant effort.
Well, I spelled that.
Oh, you got a thing now. Hey, I know what that is.
Jelly donut.
Of course. Can you go in that? Well, that's what that is. Question answered.
says Bravo whenever he shoots his arm.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, perfect.
Because he's Bravoman.
This is not controlled as well as Pac-Land, I was gonna say.
Oh, right. Okay, the opponent says that what you're doing is you're actually adding to a counter, and it's a Japanese-style counter where they draw one line at a time until it has a complete figure. You got lucky. Fama Consumer says sometimes he says something that they can't quite make out. It sounds like Unga Bunga Bravo.
Yeah, it does!
Of course, this game still being in mostly Japanese, it may be just a Japanese thing he's saying. Hey, I'm Japanese telephone box. Nice.
This kind of controls like shit.
A little bit, yeah. He kind of runs after he starts going for a while, but it's not really intuitive. It's no Pac-Land. Still, this is among the few arcade platformers that were out at the time. Platformers were usually a console kind of thing.
Yeah, but man, I gotta say, the controls kind of remind... Something about this reminds me of a bootleg game. And I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's the way he moves, if it's... This, the way his sprite moves feels very, like, stiff. I don't know.
It's a pretty stiff-feeling game. Does he glitch out when he does a jump attack? Someone's asking.
Let's see. Let me,
That Alex not be surrounded by enemies. Oh no, that's just the way he's supposed to look. He looks a little funky. He does that thing where he has multiple segments to the body parts that are stretching.
Yeah, and there's something about the way they're using the palette that just... I don't know.
Same. You dead.
Yeah, rip. You have 3 more. Push run. Push it in 10 seconds.
Ah, lucky. What the hell is this? I wish I knew more about this game. Anyone want to fill me in on Bravoman's legacy and just what people in general think about it, if they think about it at all?
Yeah, someone educate us. We're dumb.
I'm almost positive this game has to be more popular in Japan than it is in the States. There were a lot of PC Engine Namco games that they never bothered to bring to the States. Stuff like Wonder Momo and Genpei Tomaden. Those were ported to PC Engine, but they never brought them to the States. And this one, being so just intrinsically Japanese, you'd figure they'd leave it over there, but nope,
Yeah.
Bring it over. You think Wonder Momo would have gone over better in the States than this?
Oh god, I don't know.
Probably not. This is more recent than Wonder Momo.
Look at my shitty crawl.
Hey, at least you can crawl,
That's true.
unlike Metroid.
I'm gonna run out my lives here.
You're in level 2.
Yeah, I know.
But also it's Bravoman.
I'm getting better at Socks the Cat than I am at this.
Oh, I see, we're talking about Sayuki World 2, aka Wampum. The original Sayuki World was just like a rip-off of Wonder Boy and Monsterland. Yet more games we have to play. I'm not really sure how I like this game just based on looks. The level design does not look great.
It's not.
And your character's big, but you don't get to see much around you, leading to situations like this. I guess it's good that you can look around you. Yeah, use your head.
Ben.
I'm glad your item guy sometimes drops duds. Like that thing you collected was a ticket that just said dud. It did nothing.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, stand away from this guy. Maybe you can hit select to use your item. This works. That works.
Yeah.
You did it. Nice work.
Yes.
Welcome to the extremely Japanese rice ball shop.
Even the fucking raffle wheel that he has is so Japanese. Bravoman, it's stage 3.
Oh, thank you. Hey, now it has auto-scrolling swimming levels. Oh, but you can shoot?
Yeah.
Okay, this may be better.
This is actually a lot more fun. I like this level. Okay. Bravoman may be better than I thought.
It's got some nice parallax. Reminds me a little bit of Deep Blue, though, which is not a good thing. It's a terrible game. Now, if we were ranking shooters, Deep Blue for the PC Engine may be at the bottom of the list. It is super bad.
What's your least favorite TurboGrafx game?
That might be it. Deep Blue is pretty horrible. That or any of the US shit they release, like the freaking ICOM games.
Shit, I'm not turning on Turbo.
Oh yeah.
Screw this.
It occurred to me after Wednesday's stream, all 3 games we played crashed at some point.
Yeah, that was wild.
Dinosaur Tour crashed before the stream, Adam's Family crashed when we were done playing it, and Last Alert, well, you saw Last Alert. I was not happy about that. Then again, we skipped like an hour of the game, so who's to say? It may have been for the best. Oh yeah, Boogaloo, they did release Turrican for the TurboGrafx. Alright, that might be good. It's just, man, they had ICOM make so many games, and none of them are worth playing. This looks cool.
Hey! Look what we got here.
Get your dragon buddy.
Oh, I'm so excited. So happy for these guys. Got one.
You did it. Good work.
Oh my god, I got 1 extra life bar.
1 extra life point, yeah. You're not very generous with the health ups.
No. The Jutsu of Shinobi. It's stage 4.
Alright, things I like about this game.
Oh, man.
The fact that it's so Japanese. Like, unabashedly Japanese, even the US version. I like Dr. Bomb. Not sure how much I like the rest of the game. Bravoman is dead, and Alex killed him.
Yep.
Alright, let's see how wrong you are. I'm gonna see how great this game is, and how you were playing it all wrong.
Of course, of course.
I don't have high hopes.
There's a Bravoman web cartoon.
Yeah, it was part of that whole shifty look thing way back in the day.
Yeah.
Even Mouse Cop had his own cartoon.
Oh yeah, good old mouse. Kill him.
Wish I could. Alright, you can interrupt your jump multiple times in midair. Look at that. That has to serve some kind of purpose. But from what I've seen of the game and what I've played, it seems like you have a lot of abilities that the game doesn't capitalize on, like, at all. Like, this is just pretty much standard platformer stuff, only you're a little bit more difficult to control than other platformer stars.
Yeah, see, it's the control that really gets me.
Kind of a shame, because this could be good. I like this. It's like a parody superhero game.
Yeah, I like all the humor in the game. It's
Bravoman himself is just kind of a nerd. Alright, I've discovered the up and attack.
Okay.
Thanks for the dud. Time to talk to my friend.
Hello, I'm Japanese Telephone Box. How you doing?
In what other game would you find that? That is something that is uniquely Bravoman. Like, hey, I'm badly translated, sorry. I know at some point there's a pipe you can crawl into to get a special level or something. So
That's cool.
That's why I'm constantly ducking. Whoa.
Yeah, it's a... Hell yeah. Get that jelly donut.
One entire health. Alright, you can stand on enemies, that's cool. I'm gonna do the Alex strats.
Hey, it works.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice, you jumped.
Yeah! We did it. Alright, I'm having a little bit easier of a time of it than you did, but that may be because I had hindsight on my side. I got to see you play all these levels.
Alright, I got some facts about the game's backstory from Bobinator.
Okay.
Dr. Bomb's motivation, and then this is completely serious. Dr. Bomb's motivation is that he's tired of being single.
Oh my god.
I hate how horribly relevant this dumb game is. Fuck that.
Bravoman predicted the future.
Bravoman, kick his ass.
Pac-Man invented platformers, and Bravoman invented incels.
God damn it, somebody already said that, and I didn't want to say.
Two people said it, it has to be true. I hate that that's true as well. That seems like a good plot for a parody superhero game, though. You just got this nerd, and then another nerd who has to stop him.
That's what the internet's like now.
Yeah.
Nerds stopping other nerds.
I have some item in the lower right. Anyone know how to use that? Select isn't doing it.
I thought the item was the amount of times, because each time that fills up, you call the whatchamacallit guy, and you get that item. I think that's just supposed to show how many times you've called that guy.
Oh.
Or I could be wrong. If Chad knows, please let me know.
By the way, I'm Dr. Bomb.
Congratulations, Dr. Bomb.
I don't know, I'm kind of having fun with this. Oh, dude, this level's straight up Ginpei Tomaden. It uses the same platforms.
Okay. Like, I like this game as a kind of like a goofy comedy game. It's
yeah, if
fun...
it was just straight up parody from beginning to end, that would be cool. And if it played a little bit better.
Yeah, I wish it played better, but I do appreciate the comedy platformer
Yeah,
here.
it's nice that they at least tried.
Mm-hmm. Nice kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game's kind of difficult.
A little bit. Get my magical dance. Oh my god, it actually said that.
Well, you better.
Oh.
Ha! You got owned.
Yeah. Alright, attempt number 2.
Alright.
Oh, this level's really long. I don't like this.
Bravo.
Like, seriously, I should be able to use an item. Or so I'd think. Clearly should have learned how to 1cc the arcade version before this.
Yeah, Chad is talking about how good a fleshed out Bravoman game would be if it actually played well.
Oh yeah, make a remake.
It's
not too late.
Exactly, because I like a lot of things from this game, and I just wish it didn't play like. Ugh.
Yeah, it plays is kind of a shame.
All right, good luck.
I gotta get his magical dance.
Get it. Blab says, get Platinum to make a new Bravoman game.
Platinum can make it work. Jeez.
That person's killer.
I hate this. I've discovered a roadblock. There's also a delay between your attacks that I don't like. It takes a really long time to recover after doing a punch. God. Just shit dropping on me. No, I want to go this way. There we go. Alright, multiple paths. That's something. Not all games have that.
You get an item. Oh, it's a dud.
I got the dud! I'm sorry.
Okay. You forgive. Jesus Christ, you get generated by snakes! Snake spammed.
Okay, this time I'll get their magical dance. God. It's like they're reading my inputs. One more time. I'm pretty sure that top route is easier than the bottom.
Alright, so final time. Final chance for Danny.
Then we play a real game. Game everyone wants to see. Cave Baby.
Oh, I'm so excited for Cave Baby. I'm so excited for that little baby to just eat a hunk of meat and just go ape shit.
Let me tell you the story of the PC Ginjin.
Yeah, Uzi, I just say, I love the PC Ginjin. I use generated whenever I see a bunch of, like, one character just absolutely destroying you and then, like, a bunch of them spamming on top of you. It's not how you're supposed to use it, but
It's a macaw thing.
It's a macaw
in case
thing.
you're wondering.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of regenerated, if you're wondering. You're just being plain generated. Alright, this time I got a power-up. So, it should be really easy. Yep,
Holy
it was.
shit, you did it!
Secret to this game is power-ups. I do.
Thanks.
Thanks, man. Alright, this will be the end. Dr. Bomb says. Back there it says explosive gas.
Thanks.
In case you were wondering. In case you bought this game and were wondering what it said, well, 20 years later I'm here to tell you.
That is the value of watching the Web Retro Pals. I almost called us the Wetro Pals. No, I've decided what's going on. We're changing our brand. We're changing everything. FMV games, no. PS1, screw off. TurboGrafx, turbo nothing. We are 100% all about one thing only.
The 2007 game Wet?
No, we're about Wetris. We are the Wetris Pals.
Alright. I believe it's Wetrix.
It is Wetrix. Thank you, Smebs. Yeah, Smebs got it. Taizo says the Wetwo pause.
Wetwo pause. What is that?
They're vomiting electricity at you. Kick their ass.
Oh, I see. Wah, 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 wah.
You got...
I guess that counter is the number of times you've called out that guy. It doesn't seem like it should serve any kind of purpose.
Ooh, screw Wetrix. We are now the Weltris Pals.
That's Tetris in 3D. Tetris for a new generation.
Ragu says one of my friends called Wetrix homeopathic Dr. Mario.
Okay. We can make a whole stream about Tetris rip-offs and spin-offs.
Shit, we could.
They got the Tetrisphere. Again, Weltris. Alright.
Hattress.
One more try. I ain't playing no Hattress.
Danny is an anti-Hattress man.
Hattress is a waste of time.
Why?
It's just hats.
Explain yourself. Debate me.
You just stack hats. Big deal. I don't see what everyone's clamoring about. Can't even go on Twitter without everyone saying, "Oh, Hattress is so good."
Yeah, it kind of, I am always seeing, like, the Hattress fandom blowing up over something, and it's just like, what if some people don't like Hattress, and then you just get ratioed.
Every day, Twitter's trying to fool me. Hattress is good. Grimes is a real person. It's like Twitter one day was all like, Grimes is totally real and you should care about them, and they totally exist now.
And you're like,
I don't believe that. I never heard of this person in my life. Just inventing this shit to sell me something.
What am I trying to sell you?
Albums.
Fair. I liked her collaboration with Janelle Monáe, but I like Janelle Monáe a lot, so...
Go figure.
She could do a cover of Steve Miller Band's Abracadabra, and I'd probably still lose my shit. Be like, wow, she's the most brilliant woman alive, and she's like, abracadabra, and I'm like, do you get what she's saying here? She's talking about the queer experience. It's amazing, and she's using metaphors.
It's
I
like
wanna
magic.
Reach out and grab you, and the subtle sexuality is amazing.
Well, I'm about to lose Bravoman's last life. While Alex is doing whatever Alex does.
Yes, Krungling. Grimes was invented by Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm. That's my belief. Is that it? Did I beat the level? I don't believe you.
Taizo Hori says Hattress is... Okay, someone said Hattress is LGBT culture, and then Taizo was like... Hattress is not LGBT culture, and I agreed.
Well, I faced off against negative Bravoman, and alternate dimension Bravoman was victorious. I'm dead. Sorry, Bravoman. Why not push it? Well, that's going to be an interesting discussion, isn't it? Bravoman, what do I think about it? I still don't know. Alright, all you Bravo fans out there, as you call yourselves, save up your best arguments and be prepared to serve them up at the end of the stream. We will hear all arguments. We'll try and give him a fair trial, but this guy's getting the chair.
Holy shit! I was just busy talking about which Janelle Monáe album I liked in chat, and...
Next up is Bonk's Adventure.
We're just executing people. I already love it.
My time is valuable. You waste my time, you get the chair.
Danny.
Alex, you want to start off?
As long as they're not giving the death penalty to anybody, yes.
We don't have to. It's up to the game. Alright, Bonk's Adventure. This game's a pretty big deal. So in Japan, this little guy was known as the PC Ginjin. Ginjin being the Japanese word for caveman, and that being a play on PC Engine. Here in the States, he is known as Bonk because that's what he does. He has a big old noggin that he can bonk people with.
Good.
You can also float in the air by rapidly tapping the bonk button. And in kind of a similarity to Hudson's Adventure Island, you can pick up fruit to regain your health. Though this game you can take multiple hits before you die.
Yeah, it's nice.
I personally like that dive attack. That really defines the game, in my opinion. It feels really good to pull off. Whoop Von Whoop never played this before Virtual Console, but once it did, it got a lot of playtime.
It's good.
I also played this on Virtual Console.
Turned evil.
I played this... The first time I played this is when one of my dad's friends let us borrow his TurboGrafx 16. And it came with this, Keith Courage, and Galaga 90. And after that, I was like, oh my god, we need a TurboGrafx.
Here I go, I ate some meat, I'm gonna go nuts!
Not yet.
Not yet. Damn, I need more meat now.
You need multiple meats.
I need, like, all the meat.
I guess you can bonk the flowers, but that's not really the preferred method.
I know, I just like to do it. Nice.
Yeah, when you eat meat, you get these powers. And if you eat 2 meats in a row, you turn invincible for a little while.
Yeah, he just goes out of his mind. That's not meat.
Ah, the delicious watermelon flower. Now extinct, thanks humanity.
Well, someone had to pave it over.
That's the story of Bonk. They paved over paradise. It's a parking lot now. I think
And
that's how
there's
that
a
song
wall
goes.
climbing mechanic that involves you biting the wall with your teeth.
Mm-hmm. He just grabs on with his teeth and starts chomping. He's a caveman.
That's what cavemen do. They're all just biting walls, eating meat, bonking things with their head. Oh shit, here I go!
Oh yeah. Take that, prehistory. You're fucked.
Eat it.
I can't believe you left that meat behind.
I know. No meat left behind.
There's some discussion about the recent Bonk game that was canceled. Yeah, what was that called? Like Edge of Extinction, I think? It was going to be released for PS3 and Xbox 360, and it was canceled. Some people do have copies, though. I don't know if those were ever shared, but there are videos of people actually playing the full game. It was just never released to the public. There were a couple other remakes, too. There was one for GameCube and I think PS2 as well in Japan. They also remade Star Soldier and Adventure Island. Also an Adventure Island remake for WiiWare, but again, Bonk didn't make the cut. I'd figure more people like Bonk than Adventure Island, but...
Is this a dinosaur?
Oh yeah.
Oh, neat.
Yep, you're climbing on a dinosaur. And when you die, you foam at the mouth. And you go to sleep.
Go to sleep, sure. He looks like he's in a funeral pose.
Yeah. I like this little guy. He freaks you out a little bit. Like Sonic would never foam at the mouth.
Oh, he's got a cool baseball cap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, Double's over. Nice. Yeah. Big Bonk's head.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh no. Oh man. It's happening!
It had to happen eventually.
I know all you freaks are freaking out.
They're not freaks, Alex. They're enthusiasts.
I'm a freak too, it's okay.
Try not to hit those uvulas. They hurt a lot.
I should do. I'm trying not to hit him, but...
3 times in a row. Yeah, this is a game where one of the first things you do is you get eaten by a dinosaur and you gotta find your way out. Still, for what it is, it's pretty cleverly done. You can see the cutout of the dinosaur's innards and stuff. They made it nice and cartoony. Like what you'd see in Looney Tunes. Or in furry porn. Just covering my bases here.
Just appealing to the audience, huh?
I don't know if you can go that way.
You sure?
Maybe if you spin in midair.
Okay, let's go down then. Ah, I see, I need to go this way.
Yes, Jerry. Alex clearly meant freak spelled with a PH.
Yes.
We're all hackers.
We're all Freddy freakers here.
Mm-hmm. If you survive this part, I'll be very surprised. I'm sorry. I cursed you.
I died at the Vor level.
You sure did. You got eaten.
Look, I'm still dead!
Aww.
Alright, Danny, save the day.
Okay, let's do this. This is Bonk's adventure. First thing you gotta do is go to the left to get this flower. Because that gives you... meat. What? I thought it gave you a 1-up. Well, maybe I'm wrong.
No.
Anyway, it's nice to start the game all meated up.
Cause yeah, meat gives you an extra hit.
Mm-hmm. These yellow flowers you can bounce off of. I'm trying to think of things to say about this game, but it pretty well stands out on its own, I think.
I love this game. I'm not gonna pretend to be unbiased. I really like this game.
It's pretty good. I like that it's so distinct from Mario. Like, at the time, a lot of people wanted to rip off Mario and just do that. But here, they actually made it quite different. Just the way you attack the enemies, the way you get items, just the way it controls. In fact, I'm not really sure I like the way the original game controls. I think they improved upon that in Bonk's Revenge. Like, here there's certain strange things, like if you walk off a platform instead of jumping off, he just loses all momentum. I guess that was intentional.
Sorry, I'm just checking chat, and Cool Coyote says that Bonk is a LGBT ally as well.
Oh man, going back into prehistory.
I don't know
Even
how...
in prehistory, he was on the right side of history. That artichoke.
I love how he gets, like, cool scars when he eats meat.
Mm-hmm. It's like me. I get all fucked up when I eat barbecue.
Yes, I love Air... Okay, Danny, what are our opinions on Air Zonk?
Oh, Air Zonk is fucking great. I love Air Zonk. The sequel isn't great, but the original Turbo Chip game, that is good. That's a great shooter. Alright, what's everyone's opinion on Bonk 4, the RPG? As EGM called it. It was never actually released. But it was previewed for a really long time. He's kind of stodgy, you know? Like, whenever you run up against a wall or walk off a ledge, he loses all his momentum, which is kind of a problem when you have meat, because you just want to go as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually my main problem with the game, is that he doesn't go nearly as fast enough, and you kind of get stuck and move slow for the most part.
Remember that only being a problem with this game, though. Like, Bonk's Revenge and Bonk 3 fixed that. Still, for his first game, he got a lot of stuff right. This Bonk's a good game designer.
Good job, Bonk! He's a programmer, artist,
And a cave baby.
He's a Renaissance cave baby.
Mm-hmm.
Is there nothing this cave child can't do?
Save the TurboGrafx.
That's true. No, he wasn't gonna do it. It was gonna be, Bravoman and Keith Courage.
And Johnny Turbo.
Oh, Johnny Turbo.
Alright, let's stock up on food before we get eaten. Might as well fatten ourselves up.
That's just... Danny! I don't... Just making the subtext super text here. Come on.
He just got eaten and is swimming around inside a dinosaur. It's too late for subtext.
Alright. There's a fucking link to Bonk 4. There's a blog that's just a bunch of edits of comics to say Bonk 4, the role-playing game.
Good. I'm glad someone else appreciates that as much as I did. I was looking forward to that game. It looked pretty good.
Role-playing game.
Bonk 4, the role-playing game. Totally what it was going to be called. Alright, let's see if I can get in here.
You can't get that way. Oh
That's
my
what
god!
I meant. That's what I meant by spinning your way in.
You're really good!
Oh, it's just a 1-up. I was hoping to skip this next part because it's really hard.
It is. Yeah, I hate those things. They're really mean. Also, yeah, someone mentioned it. Parasite-infested blood here.
Yeah, it's really detailed for what it is.
Like, those look like...
The little uvulas have smiley faces on them. Also, he has like 1,000 uvulas.
Yeah, this is weird.
We don't know much about dinosaurs.
Maybe it's the intestine and those are the cilia in the intestine.
Oh,
those
yeah.
Little things, yeah.
Alright, we've reached the end, and we have to make our way out.
Oh my god, did you just...
Yeah, it just did that.
Oh, why did you... You went all the way through his intestines and...
Hey, he was blocked up. I unblocked him.
Maybe I need to swallow Bonk.
It's the new miracle cure.
Just put a caveman
baby
in your ass, yeah, and they'll just...
Now, the bosses in this game are pretty cool. I also really like being able to do this. Nice. Well, it turns out it was just our buddy.
Aw, what a sweet-looking guy!
Gee whiz, thanks.
That is someone's persona. Aw. Arf, arf, arf.
Also a dog. And yeah, that's how the game goes. Basically 6 rounds of this. Waste 'em, huh? There's a boss at the end of each one of them, and you fight King Drool at the end. I've beaten this game before. It's good. I think it's quite decent. This one, I don't know if it really stacks up to the competition at the time. This wasn't going to be any
Okay,
Mario 3
I love
killer.
those nerd dinosaurs.
Still, yeah, the graphics are great. All the different dinos, all the details. It's a really likable game. And even its failures give it a kind of charm, you know, because at least it's different. And the thing I like most about this game getting voted in is now we can play Bonk's Adventure, we can play Super Bonk, and we can play Super Bonk too, which is really nuts. I can't wait to play that. Yeah, for as good as this game is, it only got better after this. So do you think Bonk could have saved the TurboGrafx if he was packed in with the system?
Yes.
Instead of Keith Courage?
I think that, I don't know if it would have saved the system, but I bet it would have definitely helped. This is a really decent game.
Oh yeah. This is what people were expecting from games back then. Not that anime bullshit that Keith Courage was.
And I definitely think, like, if you're at a friend's house and they had this, you'd be pretty impressed instead of, like, I don't know, Keith Courage or Sherlock Holmes.
This would have
Detective.
This would have compared favorably with what the Genesis had at the time.
You're juggling them.
I was. That's a thing you can actually do. If you juggle them enough, it gives you an extra life. It's kind of like Battletoads. That's a thing you can do in Battletoads, supposedly.
But yeah, you're right. It does compare really favorably to the Genesis, too.
Yeah, it looks darn good. Alright, let me tell y'all about how I ended up with a Sega Genesis. You ready for this? This is literally the story of what happened. It's time for Christmas. Dad was looking to buy a new system. He'd read Video Games and Computer Entertainment magazine. He compared the two. He wasn't sure. He wasn't gonna buy into the hype. So he went down to a store called Montgomery Ward, which no longer exists. Rest in peace.
Oh, Montgomery Ward.
And there they had a setup where right next to each other was a Sega Genesis and a TurboGrafx 16, each playing their pack-in game. So it was Altered Beast versus Keith Courage and Alpha Zones. Can you guess what won? It was Altered Beast. Keith Courage does not look great in comparison to Altered Beast, or in comparison to anything, really. But the thing was, that was everyone's first impression of the system, and that sucks, because Keith Courage is not a great game.
Yeah, I really think Bonk would have compared really favorably to Altered Beast, too.
Yeah, it has a lot of variety in the gameplay, just in the ways you approached it. Like, you see that last level, I managed to just fly over the last part of it. That's something that lets you do. But instead, we got Keith Courage, which was literally a licensed trash anime game. It would be like giving us a fucking Dragon Ball game for Famicom or something. Okay, it's not that bad, but still.
It was not a good business decision. Let's
maybe I'm being a little hard on poor Keith. Keith will get his day on Mascot Friday. That day is not today. Everything's smiling at me. That's what makes it so infuriating.
It is. It's kind of it's kind of menacing too. How friendly all these like killer elements are. But...
Yeah. Game's decently challenging too. It gets pretty hard in the last couple levels.
RDBAA says Keith Courage in the facepalm zone.
Pretty much.
Keith Courage in the epic fail zone.
I guess what you can say is Keith Courage wasn't a horrible game, but given the position as a pack-in game, was just something it could not live up to at all. It was not that kind of game. It was the kind of game you bought if you liked Wataru in Japan, and no other time. Meanwhile, anyone can enjoy Bonk.
Even Alex.
Even Alex. Even an Alex can enjoy Bonk. I don't know how much longer I'm going to play this, but I have no intention of stopping so far.
Well, I want to see how far you go. I want to see what happens.
Yeah, let's see.
See if you get Vord again.
Vord again.
See how freaky the stream can really get.
Freaky. Bonk gets freaky in the RPG.
Bonk.
Look out for Bonk 4, the RPG. Bonk gets freaky.
Is Bonk the best caveman game, asks,
One of the best.
Yaddle.
We usually play some pretty bad caveman games, but... Let's see, how does he compare to, let's say, Joe and Mac?
Better.
Yeah, this control's better. Performance-wise, it's better. It actually runs at 60 frames per second. Hated the original Joe and Mac for not doing that. It's bullshit.
Damn.
Data East knows it. There. All my opinions are bubbling to the surface tonight. Man, level 2 is long. I'm glad Alex didn't see that.
No, I was looking at chat. Aww.
I did a really bad jump on a rope.
Nice. I wish I saw that. What the hell?
Am I being poisoned?
You look like you were.
I also like jumping up into enemies. That feels really good.
Yeah.
That and there's just a nice audio-visual effect every time you bonk something. It's all like, BAM! And when you get really good, you can start to lengthen your jumps by flipping a lot. Now the downside of that is sometimes you land on your head, which makes you lose your momentum and probably take damage.
Flashing happens when you're in the sewer, so I assume you're getting,
Look at
I
that
love
guy.
them. I'm assuming you're getting poisoned that way, but I love this. I love this. I love them.
This game's got some cool dinosaurs.
It really does. Like, the dinosaur factor on this game is, like, through the roof. Fun factor for Graphics 5. Dinosaur factor, just the highest rating.
That's gonna affect its Game Pro rating. How about if I hit every single enemy? What if I do that?
I love their face.
In fact, he's wearing headgear. Got that smug look. And then goes, "Hey," and sinks back into the mud. I'm just having fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't have...
I'm being absorbed into the game instead of having to make excuses for a game. That's nice. Alright, so we may disagree about the other two games we played tonight, but I think we can all agree about Bonk. He's a charming little cave baby. You gotta love him. Like the dinosaur. Baby Sinclair.
Ides of March just said, instead of Scary Larry, Scarence Lawrence. That's...
Please, Scarence Lawrence is my father. Call me Scary Larry.
I am... Oh, man, am I more... I think I'm more of a J.D. Roth. I I am very unhinged sometimes. Excitable, screaming.
More of a J.D. Roth in comparison to what?
To, who is this here? Brennan, apparently.
Oh, Brennan.
Brennan.
Brennan was the guy who sucked and got fired after season 1.
I am more of a J.D. Roth, but...
Yeah.
I guess J.D. Roth is more controllable. I was thinking of the video power guy who was just...
Johnny Arcade.
Yeah, I was thinking of Johnny Arcade. I'm not like...
Hey, he'll go anywhere the Coke is.
I actually had to stop from calling him Johnny Cocaine, but...
I'll just look at him sometime.
I don't know, I read that tell-all about Nickelodeon Studios. There's a lot of Coke in cable and kids' TV back in the day.
That would explain a lot. That would explain basically all of Nick Arcade. Turbo Switch comes in handy for this part. Alright, let's beat level 2 already.
I know they were coked up in Double Dare.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the only way Mark Summers could deal with the constant messiness.
I actually think that's the truth, right, though?
Yeah, it has to be.
And if I'm honest, I know a lot of people with a lot of people self-medicate with cocaine, so it would work. Yeah. Although I just want to say, I don't actually know. We're not actually alleging. We're just talking.
I'm not alleging. I'm not here to bury Mark Summers. I'm
yeah,
here
we
to
like
praise
Mark
him.
Summers, and we don't want to accuse him of anything that would get us legally in trouble.
Hey, sometime, if you're a Double Dare fan, you owe it to yourself to watch the unaired episode that they made for, the producers. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I do. Oh, you got an extra heart container.
Wow, heart container. Damn. Yeah, they filmed an entire episode among the staff and the people working on the show, like Harvey, the bearded guy who would work on the props and stuff. They had them compete, and it was basically Mark Summers spending half an hour making really off-color jokes.
Mm-hmm. Bobinator, I remember it being mentioned in the cocaine stuff being mentioned in that Nickelodeon oral history. I remember that because I listened to a podcast that was discussing it. And they
More like a
that.
nasal history.
Holy shit, Danny.
Alright, boss 2. Oh, it's another nerd! Another freaking dino nerd. Alright, one of them's a fake.
Alright, don't get the fake nerd.
Only real nerds allowed. We should quiz him about the TurboGrafx. Only real nerds would know about the TurboGrafx.
It's true.
Taking a lot of hits. Okay, this strategy definitely works. Jeez.
Jeez, this guy doesn't die.
Oh, double KO! Nice! Is he just gonna blink forever? Okay, I'm up. There. Love it when that happens. My hero. Whoa!
Whoa!
Take me, Bonk.
No!
I am but a humble cave baby. Rip 'em up.
Rip him up.
I like those motivational catchphrases at the end of levels. Alright, I think that's a decent amount of Bonk. You know what? We're kind of under time, so why don't we go with a fourth game?
We doing it?
Let's do it.
Alright. We're playing it, everybody.
Alright, lucky y'all, tonight's fourth place game was a game called JJ and Jeff. We are going to play 2 different versions of this game before you ask.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah,
We're
let's
gonna
go ahead
play
and
both?
go. Let's just go with the US one first of all.
Okay.
Here's Alex to show off the US side of JJ and Jeff.
Okay.
Oh, turn this down more. This game's very loud.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
I can be JJ or Jeff. I think I'm more of a JJ.
Yeah, JJ's the Mario of the bunch. Jeff is kind of slippery. It's
Okay,
the JJ and Jeff Detective Agency. We're on it. JJ and Jeff are here to crack the case.
Oh, don't leave your friend alone.
Alright, so who are these assholes? JJ and Jeff are completely made up for the US version of a game released in Japan as Kato-Chan and Ken-Chan, as based on a Japanese comedy show, portions of which were later adapted into America's Funniest Home Videos.
Wait, for reals?
Yes,
No way.
that's true. So JJ and Jeff are just the stand-ins for the Japanese comedians who starred in the Japanese one. We'll play that one later on. That one's definitely worth showing off.
You can kick a lot.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta kick stuff and things come out. And this being a Hudson game, you gotta collect fruit in order to increase your vitality. You can kick the door.
What's inside? Okay. Hear that? Kick above the stump, chump. Got it.
So yeah, right away you get the sense that this is not your average platformer.
It's not.
A lot of the original game involved replicating the kind of humor you'd see in the actual TV show. I'm not going to go into the differences just yet, because we will see the Japanese one, but just keep in mind what you see here. Basically, a lot of this game was sanitized for the US.
It's a lot of shit falling on me.
And yeah, don't touch the poop. It's bad for you. Can't kick it. I like how they have this game has turds both in the coily form and in the big pile form. As its base is covered. I think there's also rolling balls of shit as well.
Yeah, I know I'm low on health. We gotta rub it in. What are you doing?
There's your buddy in a furry outfit.
I get better kick above the stump.
Ah, he was right. Yeah, game's full of a lot of hidden stuff that you need to kick or otherwise just overlap your character over in order to reveal. That becomes more important later on when there's more hidden stuff.
Great.
But essentially what this is Adventure Island just way faster and with a way bigger character, so you gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, your whole giant head is just a huge hitbox. Hey, at least you don't die in one hit. Yeah, I believe those were chestnuts in the last part. There's a lot to this game. Hey, congrats.
I was getting chased by a mole there.
A mole chased you in the next level.
Impossible is like, I heard you talking shit in the pre-show, Danny.
I got screwed, I tell you. It was the Russians meddling. Uzi, unfortunately you don't get a skateboard in this game. I wish that was in here.
Jesus, you dropped two!
Yeah. Bird had to go. But really what strikes me about this game is just the speed. Like, you really have to...
Yes, it's fast.
You gotta have reflexes for this game, because you go so fast. Thanks, Drill.
So much shit in this game.
Yeah, you're just besieged by shit across all corners. Nice. That is a very typical thing to happen in this game.
Okay, you try.
Okay, my turn.
And then we're gonna do the other version, I guess.
I think I'm gonna switch to it now, actually.
Okay.
No real
Alright,
reason
we're gonna
not
do
to.
the... Yeah.
Alright, so that's the US version. This was localized and released by NEC. Keep in mind everything you saw here, because we're gonna see the Japanese one now.
Uh-huh.
Game's called Kato-Chan Ken-Chan. If you have children, send them to bed.
Yeah, this is gonna get... Oh, I should put it... No, whatever. You know it.
Oh, there is an and in there. Okay, never mind. 87, so this is a pretty old game. This was released in 90 here in the States. Meanwhile, this must have been a year one game for the PC Engine. Moshi Moshi. Said something about a rich man?
So it's the same plot?
I think so.
Okay.
This was one of the sketches in their show, I believe, where they played a pair of detectives. They were watching their own show on the TV there, I just noticed. And yeah, you got different faces, same bodies. But in this game...
He's pissing.
Yeah. Dude's pissing, and if you looked, his fly was open, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you remember, in the US one, when you ducked, you pulled out a spray can.
Uh-huh, what happens?
In this one... That is an actual mechanic. The fart is a thing that you can use to kill enemies. And the weird thing is, even though they sanitized it for the US, they made it more useful because it fires in front of you instead of behind you.
Yeah.
Kind of an interesting switch up there. Aw. If you get that high enough, you get a 1-up.
There's a lot of secrets in this game.
That was a Hudson thing back then. As well as just arcade games and console stuff in general. Call it the Tower of Jiraga effect.
Oh, this is apparently the 4th PC Engine game ever released.
Oh wow, so really early. Okay.
But for being so early, it's actually got a lot of really interesting stuff going on.
Yeah. Oh, come on. This leads somewhere.
Bye, Danny.
I'm out of here.
Where you going?
Here. Daijobu da. Woo? You know, the classic comedy bit, Daijobu da, woo.
Apparently the bathroom scenes feature characters from the show.
That makes sense. Well, here he is just throwing stuff at me.
Wow, why is he being so nice?
Yeah, your partner, that being the character you don't pick at the beginning, he either helps you or hinders you, depending on the level. Sometimes he causes just a bunch of shit to fall on you. I like that.
Also, that was also a reference to the show. There's a... I've gotta know... Oh my god.
Yeah, no wolf mask this time. You can clearly tell what he's doing.
He's gonna... He's so happy to be staring at Ken-chan's ass.
Wow, 1,000 points! And an ass! Otherwise, theme aside, this is pretty much just Adventure Island.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more accessible. Oh, good. Still really difficult, as you saw from what Alex played. Like, surprisingly so. Alright, here we go. Show me bugs! Oh. Dang. Oh.
Oh, hey.
Okay. Still in the game. Of course, it's Patchy Slot.
No good.
Patchy Slot is no good.
Danny hates Patchy Slot.
It's a necessary evil. Ooh, look at that!
You got vitality.
I got a shit ton of vitality. I like doubled my health bar. Alright, we gotta run here. Let's do this. Let's beat the game. Just kidding, we're not doing that.
Absolutely not.
There are 32 levels. And the thing is, there's a lot of warp zones in this game, but most of them take you backward. Like, especially in the last level, there's a few green springs, and if you step on them, they take you back several levels. I think what it is the last level in each world is a thing where you have to find a specific item to progress. And if you don't, there's stuff in the game that takes you back. But it's easy to hit that accidentally.
I like the music in this game, too.
Music's real good. This is like one of those quintessential PC Engine soundtracks. It just sounds like a PC Engine.
It's a really good soundtrack for a game primarily about shit.
Mm-hmm. Hey!
Don't touch it.
I was just celebrating along with the poop.
Uh-huh.
Something about a coin. Classic Japanese sketch.
Classic. I do like that he's just angry. Don't! You can't fart on your comedy partner.
Says who?
There.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you saved yourself there.
I didn't pull an Alex.
Damn me.
That wasn't your fault.
Yeah, that was the mole's fault, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Possumol's revenge, we call it.
There we go. Sure, that kind of thing is cute now, but it gets annoying having to just, like, kick invisible stuff. Still, overall, I like this game. I think this is going to be pretty favorable on our list.
Ah, that...
Dracula is telling me about a nearby door. Thanks, Drac. Man, you're pissing again? Here, I'll join you.
We're just taking a big old... just emptying every single orifice of our body here. Blah.
Partner us, Twitch.
Seriously though, Twitch, just think about it.
Oh, shit! Never has the phrase "oh shit" been more appropriate.
That's pretty funny.
Yep, it even has the campfires from freaking Adventure Island, and if you step in them, you die. It's hard not to like this game. It's pretty likable, especially the original Japanese one.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a personality, and it actually plays pretty well, too.
How you avoided the bee.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Find the key. Thanks, Oba-chan. Oh. Bug was waiting for me. Hey.
Get owned.
Should note this game goes against our sewer policies, but we're making an exception.
Yeah, it's not too sewery. There's not like a whole bunch of green liquid everywhere.
There is a bunch of shit falling all over us, but that's beside the point.
Well, it's a sewer, and it's also a game where shit with shit, so you know.
Hell yeah, fill me up.
Nice.
What's everyone else's opinion on this game? What do you all think? If you've played it.
Oh, let's see here.
Wah!
I love that guy.
Farted right in his face.
He's got such a huge neck.
It's like that dinosaur in Magical Dinosaur Tour. I don't know why I was expecting there to be a platform there. Anyway, go on.
Crush Gal says, it's okay.
It's pretty decent.
And, let's see. Cactus Bee says, game is good, while Blab says, charming but not very good.
It has a lot of charm, though.
It
You
is
gotta admit
very
that.
charming.
I also think I like this game more than a lot of people do.
I do too. I really like this game.
Fries. Sewer fries. Aw. Disappointing. Alright, here we go. It's boss time. This game does have bosses. I don't remember them being very good, though. We'll see. Oh, you get a level before the boss. I don't remember that. Whoa,
Oh
tiny
my god,
platforms.
that was really good.
This is World 1! I could see this game kind of being a turn-off if people aren't expecting it to be so difficult.
Let's see, more comments about the game. Trial Radio Network is like, I don't like the platforming, and that's fair.
Yeah, I can see that.
Kaizo Hori says, I like this game. It's basically Adventure Island with farting, and I can get behind that. That's actually how I feel about it. It's like a really rude Adventure Island.
Yeah, I can appreciate it on that level.
With a lot of the Wonder Boy elements of, like, finding hidden shit behind, like, random things.
Mm-hmm. Ah, hidden shit? Quality programming here tonight.
Yeah. If Hemi Consumer mentions that the difficulty is definitely ramped up way too high from the beginning. That's true.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't brutalize the player this much in level 1. No good.
Cool Coyote talking about Kato and Ken-chan. So apparently a huge show in Japan at the time. And,
oh, totally.
Yeah, Americans, Hollywood stars actually made appearances on it as well.
Oh, wow.
Man, I want to know more about Kato and Ken-chan.
Yeah, if you remember at the end of every episode of America's Funniest Home Videos, it says, based on Kato-chan and Ken-chan.
Did Kato-chan and Ken-chan, like, make fun of,
That was a freak accident right there.
That was.
I think they actually did the thing where they would have people send in videos and they would just make fun of them. So they invented, America's Funniest Home Videos and Mystery Science Theater.
Damn.
May not be true. Please confirm your sources.
Yeah, please confirm us. Don't, yeah. Crush Gal says, I think the level design is too flat. I can absolutely see that. It is a pretty plain platforming design-wise.
Yeah, this is 87, though.
Yeah.
Here comes the boss. If anything, this game may be too fast for its own good. It's really brisk. You start really moving. Okay, here's a green spring. Do not touch this unless you want to go back a level.
That sucks.
Yeah. Ugh. Pulling out a platform from under you, that's an Adventure Island thing as well. Alright, here we go. Time to die. Alright, I don't like your kick in this game.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
It does work. I did it. And I never stopped smiling. That's the important part. I'll play a little bit more of this, but...
Okay, this is just Adventure Island.
Yeah, it's literally just Adventure Island now. Give me my skateboard.
Actually, if they had a skateboard, that would rule.
It would. Well, do keep in mind, Adventure Island was huge for Hudson on the Famicom, and they wanted to cash in on that as quickly as possible on their own system. And though they eventually released a PC Engine Adventure Island game, that was many years later. It was something like 91 or 92. For 87, they knew they wanted to have a big platformer out for the PC Engine. And... I don't know. This kind of compares favorably with early Famicom platformers and kind of not. It's kind of its own thing. I don't know, what was out in 87 for the Famicom? I guess like the original Rockman. Tell you, they should have gotten Mega Man for the PC Engine. That would have fixed everything.
Well, now I'm just reading the Kato-chan and Ken-chan Wikipedia page where they compare it to Benny Hill.
Yeah, pretty much.
Leslie Nielsen once made a special appearance on the show as well. Citation needed. Have you?
Yeah, how special was that appearance?
It was notable for having a segment featuring funny home videos sent in by viewers as the home camcorder became more popular in Japan, in which Kato and Ken would comment on them. In 1989, American producer Vin DiBona initiated a partnership with Tokyo Broadcasting System to develop a similar program in the West, which ultimately led to the successful America's Funniest Home Videos and other similar shows worldwide.
Thanks, Kato-Chan.
Some videos seen in the first season of America's Funny Home Videos originally aired on Fun TV with Kato-Chan and Ken-Chan.
Oh, wow, so they just straight up adapted some of the videos. Alright, that's my high score. If you can beat that, you win no prize whatsoever.
Damn, apparently ABC pays a royalty fee to Tokyo Broadcasting System for the use of the format still.
Man, even all these years later. Alright, so I'm gonna find... Let me find some good music here. What PC Engine game has good music?
All of them.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem. I need to pick one. Body Conquest. There we go. I don't know if we can stream that one.
Is that a horny game?
Yes.
There are horny games on the TurboGrafx?
Oh, yeah.
How many horny games?
Well, not many. There's that and Strip Fighter 2, and, that's it. Shit, does Ginpei Tomodin have a sound test? Let's find out. Alright, if I can just get the main themed loop, I'll be happy with that.
Everyone's saying you should have just chosen Bonk's music, by the way.
Oh, what a fool I was.
Look at how tiny this character sprite is.
This is the kind of game where shit doesn't stop attacking you. Alright, let's load up Bonk. Cool soundtrack, though. Bonk it is. An appropriate way to rate our first TurboGrafx games on this list. Is that true? Have we never ranked a TurboGrafx game before?
Yep.
Wow. History being made live on stream tonight. Alright, here we go. Alright, let this music be your thinking music for the next 10 minutes or so. Alright, if you're new to the show, this is Mascot Friday, where we play a bunch of games really badly, and then we talk shit on them, and then we rank them. This is your chance to make your voice heard. If you feel strongly either way about any of tonight's featured games, do let us know, and we'll take that into account in our rankings. Right now we have 130 or so games. I think we'll crest 140 tonight, actually.
Yeah, we're at 138, so we're going to do it.
Alright, we're going to add game number 140 tonight. Yeah, once again, speak now or forever hold your peace, because we're about to rank these games, and we will do so brutally and decisively, and there will be no survivors. Alex,
fantastic.
Let's start with Pac-Land. How about that?
Pac-Land. I enjoyed Pac-Land. Now I know that there's some controversy about this game.
Alright, I'm gonna need y'all's help with this. Where should we put Pac-Land on this list?
You know,
if it was up to me, my gut says better than Bubsy, but not much more so. It is still kind of a basic game, and it holds up in spite of itself, rather than, due to its own genius design, because it does have a lot of flaws.
Okay, let's see. Daibishin said Pac-Land is at least as good as Mr. Bones. Crush Gal said top 30. Better than Bubsy from, everyone, basically.
I think most of us agree better than Bubsy, yeah.
I would say better than Bubsy, but maybe around the Marvel Land Radical Rex socket range.
That sounds fair. Those are just solid platformers that may have a few flaws, but are still worth your time. I'd say, yeah, Pac-Land fits in well among those games. So where is that?
I would say maybe between Radical Rex and Marvel Land. Maybe between Marvel Land and Arrow the Acrobat too.
What do y'all think?
Yeah, what do you think? Let's see. Blab says put it between Bubsy and Psycho Fox. Family Consumer says above Marvel Land. Krungo says below Marvel Land. Video Game King says above Radical Rex, below Marvel Land, and Yaddle says below Socket seems fair. Taizo says better than The Apprentice, worse than Gex, and I say that's fair too.
Alright, so these are all around the same area. Mm-hmm. Let's try to narrow it down just a bit. Marvel Land was brought up a lot. Let's start there.
I kind of want to put it between Mr. Bones and the Addams Family, but I don't want to...
Was it better than the Addams Family?
I don't know.
Addams Family did a lot of the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it did it better or worse, though. It was mostly about the same. Also, Marvel Land was another Namco platformer.
It was.
I'd say Pac-Land's a little bit better.
Than Marvel Land?
Yeah.
So between Marvel Land and Arrow the Acrobat?
How about that? What do you think?
I think that sounds good. Because it is, as fun as it is a little slippery, a little simple, and not much going on. So let's put it there.
Let me be clear here. Amazing for its time. Just a huge step forward for platformers. But the fact that it's so old, it had no other games to take inspiration from, or more importantly, learn lessons from. So they were just kind of pioneering without really knowing where they were going. Didn't even have a joystick, for Christ's sake. But still, it's a testament to how well it holds up. It's still better than Bubsy, despite being 1 billion years old.
Yeah, it is definitely better than Bubsy, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, good start.
I agree with that.
All right, for a game that's worse than Bubsy, how about Bravoman? That was a game I wanted to like. It was pretty wacky. I liked the idea of a parody superhero, talking to a Japanese phone box, being able to beat up the good guys. A lot of fun stuff in that game. A lot to like. Oh, man, that gameplay, though.
Yeah, I kind of want to put it between Psycho Fox and Bubsy.
Okay.
Because it's not like, totally awful, but maybe around the... Well, no, Boogerman plays a bit better, if I'm totally honest.
Boogerman does play better.
That's something I didn't think I'd ever be able to say. But I consider it more like Psycho Fox, where it's, like, clunky and not super great, but it's really interesting, and it's got something to it.
There is something there. It's not a completely worthless game, and it's worse than Bubsy, but not much so. In fact, it's a lot like Bubsy. It's about just these really charismatic characters just being in a complete shit show of a game.
Yeah. I really think maybe between Psycho Fox and Arrow the Acrobat, or between Psycho Fox and Bubsy. I really think it's around I think it's like hovering in the Psycho Fox orbit.
What say you, chat? Where would you place this if it was your list? And it is your list. We all own this list. Mm-hmm. It's publicly owned.
It's a collectively owned mascot list.
I still had fun with it. I managed to play through a couple levels. It did get pretty frustrating a few levels in, though.
Crush Gal says lower. Blab says under widget, and they say under widget above Toki. Uzi says exactly one less than Bubsy, and Video Game King says above widget but not by much. It's pretty low.
Alright, we're seeing some widget. Let's go ahead and scroll down to widget. Let's entertain that line of thought.
Okay.
I don't think it was as bad as widget.
No.
I think Death Valley Rally was worse than Bravoman, in fact.
Absolutely, I agree.
Mr. Nuts, I think, is an apt comparison, because that was a game that I also wanted to like just because of how it looked, and the gameplay just totally let it down. Why don't we say...
I think it's better than Trolls in Crazyland. And I think it's better than Power Pigs, I think it's at least better than Power Pigs.
Okay, how about this?
Okay.
Between Arrow the Acrobat and Ah Real Monsters. Because there's a lot of stinkers down here, where it'd be like, better than Yo-Noid, better than Donkey Kong Land, better than Power Pigs.
I think between Arrow and Ah Real Monsters is fair.
Yeah. I want to be tough on Bravoman, but I also want to be fair. Let's do that.
Alright.
Being a little bit nice to him. He does have a legacy. It's part of a Namco series. Game's got good music, good personality. It's just shame about the gameplay. They wanted to make something different, you know? It's just they didn't succeed.
Blab says there's still disagreement about what's better, what's worse.
I had more fun with Bravoman than the few games beneath it.
Me too.
My instinct would have been to put it lower, but actually thinking about all those games, like, yeah, Bravoman was just barely a little bit more fun to play.
Mm-hmm.
We will have disagreements, but we can still discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. All right, next game was The Great Bonk's Adventure.
Better than Bubsy. I'm scrolling up.
Absolutely. So that's why you scroll to the bottom.
Yeah, it was only just my fingers.
Worse than Family Dog.
Better than MC Kids.
Oh, yeah.
Better than the new Bubsy. But I don't know if it's better than a stall.
Here's the thing.
It is better than Joan.
We also have to rank games that are definitely better than Bonk's Adventure, like Bonk's Revenge and Super Bonk 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So let's keep our praise a little bit in check for now, because there is better Bonk coming in the future.
Maybe near Super Adventure Island?
That seems kind of fair. Similar themes. Oh man, let's put him right up in competition with Joe and Mac.
Okay, I think right above Joe and Mac. Either right above or right below Joe and Mac.
I think that's a good place. Those are both really enjoyable games. They're both caveman themed.
Mm-hmm.
They do have problems, but man, come to think of it, Joe and Mac 2 was better than the original Joe and Mac. Like Bonk's Revenge was better than Adventure. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Well, Uzi says better than Good Flintstones. Daibijin says Bonk is better than a stall. Taizo says Bonk is top 30, I think. Citricola says better than Kirby 3. Fema Consumer says, I'd say around the Kid Dracula Buster Bust Loose range. And Cool Coyote says better than Joe and Mac. Video Game King says better than Artie Lightfoot, but not as good as Mischief Makers. And Yaddle says, the real question, is it better than Plock?
Ooh. Plock, huh? I don't even see Plock on the screen. It must be a little bit higher. No,
it's not. It's a little bit higher. Yeah, there's Plock. Plock is okay. That's where it's by the good new Flintstones.
To answer your question, I don't think it's better than Plock. Plock has a lot more to offer. Bonk, in comparison, is a little bit short, a little bit stodgy with regards to the controls. It feels a little stiff compared to the later games. Whereas I think Bonk's Revenge and the other Bonk games may be better than Plock, this one probably isn't. I think we can be a little bit reserved with how we rank this. So, someone said better than Kirby's Dream Land 3.
I can see that.
That's high praise, but I think, yeah, I really think that that's a good comparison.
I think I'd like to put it between Kirby's Dream Land 3 and Cool Spot.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, sorry, Bonk fans. We're gonna be realistic here. Once we get to Bonk's Revenge, though, all bets are off.
Yeah.
Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby Superstar, watch your ass. Okay, maybe it's not that good, but still. We will see better Bonks, and that's what I'm excited about.
Since this was made by both Atlas and Red, who do you want me to credit it to? Redevelopment.
How about both? Atlas/Red.
Thanks, Red. Thanks, Atlas. Alright, and last but not least, JJ and Jeff, aka Kato-Chan and Ken-Chan, aka Fun TV with Kato-Chan and Ken-Chan, aka America's Funniest Home Videos, aka Australia's Funniest Home Videos, aka the
America's
banned
Funniest
episode.
People.
I was gonna say, aka the banned episode of Australia's naughtiest videos.
Oh, dude. Okay, yeah, I think that's on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's fucked.
Any fans of America's Funniest Home Videos, you owe it to yourself to watch the banned episode of Australia's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah, alert, it is beyond the moon of problematic and also very not safe for work. So just go into it knowing it's fucked. It's very fucked.
Just to put that in perspective, that was a show that they cut off the air while it was airing. They didn't even show the whole episode. They had to cut it off and replace it with something else.
It was pretty offensive. But you get to see someone touching a kangaroo's balls.
Yep.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let's move on. JJ and Jeff.
All right, this is a difficult one. So, everyone here, what do you think? Better or worse than Bubsy? I know some people will say worse. Some people will say better.
I think it's better.
Personally, I do think it's better. I don't think it's a wonderful game. It definitely has problems.
Yeah, let me scroll down to Bubsy here. There we go. I would say...
The Bubsy question. I wish we had emotes for, like, better than or worse than Bubsy, allowing people to vote.
Shit, we should make those.
We totally should.
We could do that in Frankers or, other ways.
Oh, yeah, we can do that now. Okay.
Okay, well, I'm not loading up Photoshop.
All right, future plans, but yeah, that is something you'll see in the future.
All right, everyone says better than Bubsy except for one or two people. It was Australia's naughtiest home videos. Thank you.
It's not porn.
It's not... Well...
It's mostly not porn.
It does have one scene of a video of people having sex in a park, yes.
But it's funny.
Well, it kind of is, because they're just this... They're filming it like... And then people are like... They're closing it on like, what the hell is going on? Okay, no, I need to stop talking about
Australia's wild, man.
Yeah, you got some horny TV.
You can see the things those people can do with a boomerang. I don't even know what that means. Let's move on.
Okay.
All right, JJ and Jeff, a.k.a. Kato-Chan and Ken-Chan.
Maybe in the Gex area, says Taizo Hori. Crush Gal says above Boogerman. And Family Consumer says maybe above Radical Rex.
Okay, so we're aiming at the 6, 7 out of 10 range. Let's scroll up a little bit. I agree with y'all. It is better than Bubsy. It's more playable. Really difficult from right off the bat, and it'll take you some time to get used to how the game controls. Which I guess is good that we're putting it next to Gex, because that's the kind of thing I'd say about Gex as well.
I definitely want to put it in the Gex range. It's the same kind of humor, the same kind of...
Let's do this.
Okay.
I think it's better than The Apprentice.
Uh-huh.
Crap, I think it's better than all the games on the screen at the moment. Better than Spawn.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's going to be controversial.
Will it be? Is it really?
Uzi says not as good as Super Back to the Future 2.
That is a pretty good game. We may have underranked that, if anything.
I actually think we did.
Actually, no, let's go back to Pac-Land.
Okay, there's Pac-Land.
Is it better or worse than Pac-Land?
Shit. Sorry to say, I think it's better than Pac-Land. As much as I like Pac-Land, I think there's a lot more interesting stuff in JJ and Jeff. Oh my god, I feel weird saying that, but this is how I feel.
Maybe I should just go back with my gut and say between Gex and The Apprentice. Anyone have a major issue with that? Am I going to start a war over this?
I don't think so.
Alright, we have 50 bits in support of better than Gex. Thank you, Divey Jean.
Mm-hmm. But I really do think it should be between Gex and The Apprentice. That's what I'm feeling in my heart.
I feel that too.
Soul.
My gut's telling me that.
Mm-hmm.
It's also telling me I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. The real question, do we rank JJ and Jeff separately from Kato-Chan and Ken-Chan now?
Oh, realistically we should, but...
I'm not gonna this time.
But I don't want to. There's no differences in gameplay is the thing. Aesthetically, there's a lot of differences that may affect your enjoyment of the game, but gameplay-wise it is the same.
We got 100 bits to say worse than Chuck Rock. Okay, so again, we try not to take bits and money to tell us where to place things.
We're not senators, we can't be bought, but we will consider your donations, and we thank you for them.
Thank you.
We've got to keep the laws of the land in check here.
Yeah, Krunko says 100 worse than Chuck Rock.
Thank you for voting with your wallet. I don't necessarily agree. But still...
I really do think between Gex and The Apprentice.
Let's do that. It's better than Chuck Rock, but only just. And hey, we haven't even reviewed Chuck Rock 2, and I'd say that's better than JJ and Jeff, like, easily. So Chuck Rock, or his progeny, will have their day in the sun sometime.
Yeah, let me put Kato-Chan and Ken-Chan on here, too.
Yeah. Either way, it's definitely worth checking out, especially the original Japanese one. You won't believe just how many sprites of poop they can put in one video game.
Okay, Hudson Soft, I think, in Japan, and NEC in America.
Mm-hmm. And developed by Hudson.
Alright.
Krungo, I respect your representation of the caveman lobby. Somebody's got to talk for the caveman.
Mm-hmm. We respect that, and we respect your bits as well, very much so.
All right, that concludes another episode of Mascot Friday. I'm pretty happy with the way everything ranked. The way it shook out is basically how I thought. Bonk's Adventure was the best. JJ and Jeff made a pretty good showing, and Bravoman was the worst, but still not anywhere near what we've seen on this show. There have been way worse. Bravoman was at least playable to a point.
Yeah.
Overall, pretty happy with the TurboGrafx 16's performance in our list so far. It's a pretty promising showing, and I don't see many stinkers showing up on the list from the PC Engine. We have bright days ahead of us.
Yeah.
And we didn't play Impossible. That's what's important.
You know we're going to have to play it at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will happen at some point. But not today.
Nope.
I got a clear weekend ahead of me, and I don't have to think about Impossible
Yes!
even a little bit.
Folks, thank God it's Mascot Friday. We're done.
TGIMF. TGI, motherfucker.
Jesus.
I think that's a good way to end the show. Mm-hmm. Thank you all for watching. This has been another good week for the Retro Pals. Thanks for everyone for showing up and telling your friends and just generally making good discussion about what's better or worse than Gex.
And what's
As
better.
always, much appreciated. And what's better than what?
But I was going to say, what's better and worse than Bubsy, but I like yours better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we will be back next week. What's our schedule like next week, Danny?
I've already figured this out.
Cool.
I placed it together in advance. Next week is going to be devoted to the Mega Drive and Mega CD. That's right, we're going back home, where all the good games are. Patrons, or people interested in voting in our new poll, go to patreon.com/retropals, pitch in $5 a month, and you can vote in our new poll. This week's theme is obscure Mega Drive publishers. Actually, I should say obscure Sega Genesis publishers, because this is all US specific. Your choices are Treco, DreamWorks, Sage's Creation, or Mentrix. These are all misfit companies that released only a handful of games, but at least one or two of each company's games are worth playing in depth, and the rest are at least weird enough to check out in brief. So whatever wins is going to be pretty good. Mentrix, you get stuff like Wardner and Caliber 50. Freaking Sage's Creation, you got Wings of War, and no wait, Wings of War is DreamWorks. Anyway, do your research, like I haven't, and we're going to play whatever gets picked next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. Also coming back from the Mega CD Monday afternoon, we're going to work our way through more of the Sega CD's library. Going to play AX101, which is an FMV game from Micronet, the people who made Heavy Nova. Also going to play Bouncers, a game about sentient basketballs who love one another. We'll also be finishing up Woolly Beamish, so look forward to that.
No. Go back. Roll the tape back.
Bouncers, it's a game about basketballs who love. It's supposed to be really bad. I've never played it myself, and I'm looking forward to it.
I've never heard of it.
We'll see. We'll see what that's all about.
Okay.
And we'll finish up next week with a special all Sega CD Mascot Friday. That's right,
God.
There are enough Mascot platformers for Sega CD left where we can have a whole show dedicated to them. So, a very Sega CD focus next week for the Retro Pals, as it should be. Mm-hmm. Enough of the PC Engine. We're going to get the Mega CD to speak for itself, make its own arguments. But until then, I think this has been a pretty good, productive week for us.
Definitely.
Had a lot of fun, had a few laughs, had a few games crash on us.
Kill some time.
Introduced to everyone to our friend Guy Kazama. Remember, nobody can buy his feelings.
You can't.
No matter how hard you try. And yeah, if you missed our shows this week, do check them out. On Monday we played Noriko, and Wednesday we played Last Alert. That should be all you need to know. Watch those if you haven't. We're going to rest up, not think about video games for a while. And y'all should have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.
See ya, folks.